Hey guys, this is Matt from 21ctactical.com. Today we are talking about basic maintenance of the VR80 12 gauge shotgun. Disassembly, oil, basic cleaning, and how to put it all back together when we're done. Let's get to it. So first things first, anytime we are cleaning or handling a firearm, we want to begin by making sure that it is safe and clear. So let's go ahead and do that. Mag well is empty. Chamber is empty, so we should be good to go. Before we jump into disassembling the VR80, just wanted to show you something real quick that I started doing about halfway through the multi-gun season last year, and it really seemed to help quite a bit. So after about every 3 stages, I just found a safety table and put a little bit of oil in 2 spots. This is Lucas oil, and I have it in this applicator that I picked up off of Amazon with this super long tip that helps quite a bit. So just going to stick it through here, and it's hard to see. Hopefully you can see it better when I flip it over, but there's a little track on the inside. Just want to put a little bit on there, and then we'll flip it over. So I know the tip is still on. I'm not actually doing this, just showing you guys. So another track right in here, just a little bit. And then we're just going to run our charging handle back a few times. And not a big deal, but it really seems to help. So let's go ahead and jump into taking the VR80 apart, which we'll begin just like we do any AR-15. Push in those takedown pins, flap it over, pull them out all the way, and then our upper and lower should come apart just like that. So the majority of the cleaning that we'll be doing will be on the upper, but since we do have it apart, there's a few things we can check on our lower. So let's start by flipping to fire. We're gonna pull the trigger, but make sure that this hammer doesn't slam forward. Once that's forward, it opens up quite a bit. We can see inside, and just wanna do some cleaning and a tiny bit of oil on the trigger assembly. So I like to use paper towels for some of these larger surfaces. Just want to get all that residue off because it can have a tendency to collect dust and dirt and other things that we don't want in there. So we wipe it off. If we happen to have some canned air or even an air compressor, it doesn't hurt to just quickly blow that out, but if you don't, it's okay. I like to use Johnson & Johnson cotton swabs, and that helps me to get into all of these nooks and crannies. So you've probably picked up on this. I'm not actually cleaning this today. Just want to walk through and show you how to do it. I think it'll be much more expedient. So a few places that we want to apply a little bit of oil, don't need too much. We have the hammer spring coil, the trigger spring coil, and you can see right here, just 4 spots, boom, 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 and boom. So if we hit the outside edges of these springs, then the oil is going to work its way down to the pin and to the pivot point, and then we should be good to go. So that's all we're going to do, at least for now, with the lower. So put it back on safe, put the hammer back, and we'll set this aside. So the rest of this is actually pretty straightforward. We just want to start by unscrewing this barrel shroud. If you're having a hard time removing this barrel shroud, it probably just got on there too tight, and it's just going to take a little bit of muscle to get it off. As long as you're turning it counterclockwise, you're not going to hurt it. But we'll also want to be careful when we put ours back on that we don't get it on too tight. So once we have this barrel shroud removed, then handguard comes right off, just like that. We'll set this to the side, as well. So here we just sort of make our way from the top down, and we won't even need any tools for what we're doing today. When I take these pieces off, I like to keep them in order. Helps me keep them in order when I put them back on. So this next part is the only part that's a little bit tricky, and that's because when we pull this shroud back, we have a gas ring in here that is actually going to split in two, just like that. So don't worry, you didn't break it. It's supposed to do that. We just want to be really careful that when we're taking this apart, we don't lose those. So let's remove this piston shroud. Here's our piston. So this is going to easily be the most difficult part to clean on the VR80. You've probably noticed that mine is not super dirty and it's not super clean. It's just because I got interrupted when I was cleaning it and had to just throw it back together. So even after about 50 rounds, this is going to be black, and we want it to be silver. The whole thing, all the grooves, the band on the inside, but we'll come back to that in just a second. All right. So this is actually as far as we are going to disassemble the VR80 for this video. This is what I do about every 150 rounds or so. If I've got a major match or it's been a little bit longer, then I'm probably going to take the next step, which is removing the barrel. And that is the only way that we can actually get the bolt out of the VR80. So I know there's at least one video floating around out there that will walk you through removing the barrel and even disassembling the bolt. And so I don't want to go that far today, but I'll mention that it's not that complicated. There's a set screw on the bottom here. Once you remove that, you can remove I can't remember, I think there may actually be two screws, but once we get these set screws removed, then the barrel comes right out. We can slide our bolt out through the front, and then we can really get into a deep cleaning. We can disassemble our bolt. We can really take it to the next level. But again, for today, just doing a basic, quick clean that I do about every 150 rounds. So now that we do have it apart this far, of course, we want to clean this the best that we can. Use our Johnson & Johnson cotton swabs or whatever it is that we prefer to clean firearms with. Get all these nooks and crannies that we can, and you might be able to see a little bit better now. These are the tracks that we were talking about at the beginning of the video that we want to put a little bit of oil on when we are at a competition. Of course, now that we're at home, we can take the time to clean this all out before we apply any lubrication. So once we've got this all clean, and if you slide your charging handle forward, then you can actually access the rest of this track. So we're gonna get this as clean as we possibly can without actually removing the barrel. So once we do have all of that clean, then we just want to apply a little bit of oil on that inside track. Now we can put a little bit back here as well. And so we'll hit that track, and then it doesn't hurt to put a little bit on here as well. So we'll flip that over, do the same thing here, inside track, and all right. So at this point, we are actually done with our oil. The next thing that I want to share with you is really important. I know that there will be people out there who don't agree with me, but I've spoken with people who race, sell, and work on VR80s for a living, and their unanimous consensus is that we do not oil the VR80 from this point forward. Anything beyond the upper receiver, talking about the barrel, talking about the piston, talking about all of these components, we actually want to run as dry as possible. I showed you the parts that we want to lubricate, but again, we want to run everything forward of the upper receiver as dry as possible. So let's talk about how we're going to clean the rest of this and then wrap things up. So I always start with just a paper towel. It doesn't get much off, but I can get a little bit. So again, here's my barrel that's only about halfway cleaned. Yours, even after 50 rounds, will be pretty dirty. The best way to clean all of these parts and pieces is with a Dremel tool, just a basic wire wheel, nothing too abrasive. And you'll want to make sure that you wear eye protection when you do that, because we can get all sorts of stuff flying around once we get into this. And before I forget, once you're done with all of your cleaning, then it's not even a bad idea to buff this as well, these parts and pieces. And a lot of people like to do that, just an extra step that can help the VR80 run smoother. So again, just going to want to make sure we get this completely clean, all these nooks and crannies. And if you don't have a Dremel tool, I'll just mention this. I have used before, when I'm in a bind, just super fine grit sandpaper. Probably wouldn't want to use it all the time. Don't want to risk affecting this finish, but it'll get you by, at least for a little while, if you don't have a Dremel. So I've even used a super fine grit sanding block to get some of these corners that are tough to find. So again, the most difficult is going to be your piston, but I believe in you. You can do it. So again, everything from here forward, we want it clean, we want it dry. So we'll just move our way forward. This is actually two pieces. So we want to make sure that they are together all the way nice and tight. Clean the outside, clean the inside, nice and dry. And just putting it back together piece by piece. Next, we've got our piston, which should look extra shiny by now. Clean and dry on the inside. We'll slide this back on. All of these grooves are on the top. Next is our shroud, clean and dry. You know the drill. And then for our gas ring, there are two bands here, and the gas ring only fits on one, so that's helpful. It's the one on the top. And if we hold these together, then we'll just push our bolt and bolt carrier group up and then cover that up to hold it in place. And screw this last piece on. Wouldn't hurt to just take a paper towel, wipe it down one more time real quick. Not really anything other than that we do from this point forward. Just want to be careful about oil from our hands. So now we can put our handguard back on. It can be a little tricky to line this front end up right, but you can do it. On all the way. Then we just put our barrel shroud back on. The grooves go on the inside. So that's actually what catches with the handguard nut. So as I am putting this back on, just want to mention that we've actually put together quite a bit of additional content about the VR80, an in-depth written review, and walked through some of our favorite upgrades and accessories. We'll put links to that down below, so be sure to check that out at the end of the video. All right, there we go. Again, don't want to get that on too tight. So now, all we've got to do, line up our upper and our lower, put those takedown pins back in, and we should be good to go. So definitely want to run a quick functions check. We are on safe. Charging handle, pull the trigger, nothing happens, that's good. On fire, pull the trigger back, keep it back. Charging handle, release the trigger, and pull the trigger. So it looks like we are good to go. Oh, one last thing I'll mention, because I remember the first time that I cleaned my VR80, I thought I did something wrong, and that is this piston inside. When we have the charging handle locked back, and again, the piston is that silver piece that we cleaned. When we have the charging handle locked back, it's actually going to move. So it's supposed to do that. So don't worry. When our charging handle is forward, it should either not move or not move very much. So there we go. Of course, anytime that we clean a firearm, it's a good idea to do some PMCS, preventive maintenance checks and services. So get out our toolkit, make sure all of our parts and pieces are attached, especially our optic and just all of our parts and pieces. It's a good thing we did this. I'm missing a screw in my anti-walk pin, and my grip's a little bit loose, so we can take care of those easy enough. So that's it, guys. Hope it was helpful. Again, just some basic maintenance of the VR80. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate your support. And don't forget to check below for some of the other content that we have put together about the VR80. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.